Inspire is a program of research and innovation where we design technologies for the current needs of our society. Students in the Faculty of Engineering and Computer Science collaborate cross-culturally with students in the faculties of Science, Social Sciences, and with students in Southeast Asia, namely in Nepal and Singapore. The students' experience is one of extraordinary learning in teams to understand users and the impact that technologies they build have on their communities and society. Creating such a learning and even innovation environment has been my dream from the moment I came at UVic.
But what you're going to witness tonight is a whole year of really co-designing closely with community partners and community members, and that's something that's completely new to us and as well to our students.
I think in my first month of Inspire, I learned more in that first month than I really had in my whole degree. I think that it's the whole experimental learning, the learning by doing, the hackathons, those definitely made a play in things. And I think that any faculty, whether it be in the humanities, the social sciences, in business, there's a place for everybody in Inspire.
Some of my aunts and uncles were some of the first Sinchothan teachers that we had in our community, so it was something that was really present in my childhood, so it was something that I was raised to believe was really important. So,
with that in mind, what is Bridging Roots? Bridging Roots is a language learning platform specifically geared towards Indigenous language educators. And as of Inspire 2025, we have spent the past 4 months bringing Bridging Roots to Wasanich.
We are very happy to share that since deploying the platform, Saksokot has been using the platform for her day-to-day lessons.
We are proud of what we've built, but we're even more proud of what we've learned.
I think it'll be really great for our language revitalization efforts with Sinchothan because we don't have anything like this at all.
ActionHub is a context-rich AI-powered platform that unifies nonprofits' meetings, tasks, and follow-ups. There's no more jumping between multiple tools, and follow-ups stop being a guesswork. So what makes ActionHub special? First, it has memory. It knows everything that has happened before, and not just what you typed in the dash.
Secondly, the users are always in control. Nothing is sent, created, or changed without a human first reviewing it and approving it.
AI can't join our stand-up. It is not part of the day-to-day software development practices that we do. And so our code reviews, our primary defense to make sure that we are doing good software development, are under strain.
My front end is entirely written by an AI, and it only ships API keys to the front end every once in a while. The API inside that it's talking to, I have very strict code review process, and I make sure that it doesn't publish API keys to the front end. And then anything that's in the accessing customer data, AI doesn't touch, only me. And that's heavily tested. So evaluation of where you put your time and where you allow the AI to play.
So as John mentioned, testing, if you walk away with one thing, it's that as we become less and less connected to the code that we write, verification and testing becomes more and more important. The core, the smallest metric, it all has to be you.
The one thing that AI does is it makes things pretty efficient, and efficiency is great. The tooling is so easy to use, but sometimes you want friction, you want hard, and you need to figure that out, because I think in the future you're going to be asked to do a lot of different things, which means kind of curiosity helps, grit helps, but then just really asking lots of questions and getting yourself to understand just all the diverse aspects of what you're doing.
What I really wanted to show was that Copilot, with its secure, compliant capabilities and how everything is integrated, you're not copying and pasting stuff from different products. You don't have to worry about data leakage, multiple usernames and passwords. It just makes life a lot easier and much more efficient. Everything is your data. It's completely secured within there.
Isaac just missed a quiz, a major one. But it is common for students at UVic to miss quizzes.
This is where Matinee comes in. As you can see, Matinee takes all your courses and puts it on one page.
This was not a class project. This was a live product, available to students every day. And we had to work on many factors, including scalability, security, and privacy.
This is just another one of the world's turning points. When you think about what automation did for industry, I think what we're actually looking at right now is that it's AI's turn to do that for engineering, for a lot of other different roles. And it's very similar to the same sorts of fears that we've seen in so many other roles. It's not that roles are going away, they're changing, and we need to adapt and change a little bit to go along with that. We don't know what the something else is yet, but that's, as an educator, that's what you can prepare for, is being prepared for the ambiguity. Don't keep your focus narrow, go wide, throw a really, really big net. Getting down to the roots of things and understanding the why behind things is one of those things that's definitely going to help at the moment.
I think if you want to grow in any kind of role, leadership role in a company, then storytelling will serve you super well.
Just being really curious, like really developing that muscle in yourself to be curious, to learn how to learn, and that's what you guys are all doing. So keep an open mind and really try and understand like what your interests and passions are, because that's going to make you stand out.
We're constantly trying to ask ourselves, what role does the university have in society, right? And assuming you were a second-year student in the university, what role do you think the university has to play in enriching what you do?
I think, like it was mentioned before here, like being a landscape for curiosity. So even just letting people like broaden their horizons and less focus on the depth of specialization and more focus on how things connect, more focused on interests that are just a little more unhinged, a little more kind of like off the beaten track, like wild card thinking, to have a fertile place to kind of branch and blossom. Yeah.
Often you go to school just the ability to learn. The learning environment, who you're going to meet. Most of entrepreneurs, actually, I think the large part of entrepreneurs end up meeting their business partners at university. There's a really high percentage. So it's just a learning environment, and I think if we need to learn and understand how these complex systems work and learn more things that are outside of what we normally need to learn, education and universities are a place to do that.
You need to follow like what actually interests you, and so again, it goes back to being curious and like look out around you.
One of the things that I wish I'd had more of through my education was the exploration of the other skills that I had that I didn't even know existed.
Through the Inspire program, we've not only gained valuable experience as developers, but we've gained a foothold within the UVic ecosystem for students to develop software for students by students.
So if I have to contrast between my previous work experience and Inspire, I would say the work culture. Because at previous work, I was asked to focus on work alone, but at Inspire, I was working alongside that, I was learning and growing. I can say that joining Inspire has helped me grow a lot. Also, I would like to thank Dana for designing such a program where we felt we're part of an international program. Learnings that we have gained from Inspire won't be limited to Inspire alone. This will definitely help us in the future.
Before the Inspire program in Singapore in school, I strongly believed that curiosity was not rewarded. I think the students will agree with me that only correct answers matter. But coming into Inspire, there was no rubric, no correct answers. We took ownership of our mistakes. We took ownership of our mistakes and we pivoted as a team. So Inspire has changed my life. It has taught me to adapt. And moving forward from Inspire, I now have a greater tolerance for ambiguity.
I could say that I actually did some good by coming here. And honestly, I've never had such an opportunity before. And I don't know whether I'll ever have such an opportunity again.
Inspire was awesome. It was my favorite class ever. So much more than just a class.
I think what struck me most about the Inspire experience was our team dynamic and the teamwork within Action Hub.
Well, I think the obvious answer is that they should join Inspire, but beyond that, I would say that it's okay to take a leap of faith with something you're not totally sure about what's even entailed in it.
Across the 4 years, we had over 100 undergraduates and graduate students working in Inspire, more than 50 community partner and mentors, but over 500 high school students have been either mentored or participated in workshops through our students. So thank you all. It has been my dream to create Inspire the way it is, and I'm so happy we are a space of creativity and teamwork and innovation. So this is the place to be.